Warning. It is the opinion of the 4th Street Productions LLC and the Working Perspectives podcast that we should inform you that some of the language used in this recording could possibly be considered offensive. You have been warned, so if you decide to listen to the recording, then don't complain about the language. Right? He was turned 18 that day. This is what he told me, at least. Turned 18 that day and got busted for stealing a car. Right?
Dude was 26 years old. Dude was 26 years old.
Yeah, 18.
He just couldn't grow facial hair.
18 that he said he was 18 that day, busted for stealing a car, and I'm like, well, what kind of car was it? Like,
doesn't matter. Felony F1. You're going.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I was like,
F1 felony. F1 felony.
I was like, you're fucked, man. But I was like, what did you steal? Like a Mercedes or something? He's like, oh, it was an Impala, and I thought, I was like, oh yeah, I'm a fucking Chester. Of course, it was a fucking Impala.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk to some real people about some real things, living real lives, doing real stuff. This is the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by Strong Stem Steve Cabot, Lasmeeshma Liam Reese, and the bad boy Bern Podcasy, Bern Podcasy. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You know, us on Instagram, Working Perspectives Podcast. You can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok, the Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe so we keep bringing you this sweet, sweet content. Strong Stem, how we doing, my man?
He's feeling festive. He got his fucking young rat shirt on. You know I'm a Rottweiler Doberman man, but I got this little shit dog, and there's the T-shirt with it on it. Say less, cause this is the 10-pound terror. This thing will fuck your life up. Say less.
Love it. Very nice. Lasmeeshma, how are you?
I'm a little bit concerned. I just want to advise anybody that's listening, if you're ever in Jdub's house, bring hand sanitizer and avoid the stain at all costs.
Bro,
After listening to that episode, dude, I will never use that bathroom.
Don't use the bathroom towel.
Avoid the sink at all costs.
Dude, we have to talk about that. Yep.
Thank God I don't wash my hands after I piss, but anyway.
Yeah. Bern Podcasy, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. I had something I was going to say like 12 seconds ago, and then Liam just fried my brain. It was some kind of retort to Steve, but I don't remember anymore, so maybe I'll think about it later. But I'm just happy to be here.
Hey,
hell yeah.
Let's rock.
It. Well, speaking of being happy to be here, this is the Working Perspectives podcast. Let's get this thing started. Let's go.
It's our objective to be effective by voicing societies. Working perspective, exploring your day and how you get paid. Launching a new episode every Tuesday. Your day can transform while we inform with new episodes available on every platform. So check out our vibe and how we get live. Then do us a solid. Share and subscribe. We're just sharing. We're just sharing. We're just sharing. Working perspectives.
All right. On the show today, we'll be bringing you headlines from around the globe. The headlines will fall into 3 different categories. The 3 different categories are Stupid Is as Stupid Does, Incredibly Incredible, and Sports and Speds. But before we get to that, I would like to recap. On the show this week, we aired the Ryan Payton episode. Ryan Payton is a former St. Rose of Lima alum, a former LC alum, a former Penn Charter alum. Also, dude, he lived with me at Markle Street. You guys know that house. He is just, I'll tell you, he's a great fucking guy. I love the shit out of this guy. And honestly, one of the best things about doing this show is rekindling with old friends. He lives in Nebraska now. His dad owned a hunting resort. He owned a compound bow manufacturer. He's seemingly worked across the globe, it would seem. You know, he's had some of the coolest jobs ever. And he's just like the best dude, man. Really, really happy we could have him on the show. Thought it was a really good show. And also, we learned that Jdub is a filthy scumbag, right?
Yes.
Like, we knew
Absolutely.
this. But, like,
we
What?
enforced that we learned Jdub was a filthy scumbag a long time ago, but we're really starting to put the bricks together.
Right.
You know,
What?
we're really
Yeah.
starting to map it out.
I mean, I'm trying to air it out. I just don't like, honestly, I mean, I know we're
I
starting
miss him
off.
so much. I miss him so much. I miss him so much.
Right.
Miss him every day.
Sure.
Not me. Fuck
Right.
him.
Yeah. I see him too much as it is.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
But no, I'm telling you, it like I'm baffled that it's the sink and not the toilet. I just don't get it. I don't get him.
Probably you wouldn't. I mean, Matt, you got to be over 6 foot to piss in sinks.
I mean, I was
going
going
to
to say
like that, right?
the line
you're
about
little-
you not being tall enough a couple weeks ago was
Yeah,
Just
it was
miss.
pretty good.
absolute,
Just miss.
He's a fucking asshole. But,
nominee for 2023 of Drop It.
Yeah, right. Still.
But back to your boy, the most impressive part for me in the last episode is that's a Father Bolin, child of God. My priest, who I did try to pull up one time when I was becoming my niece's godfather, and apparently he retired like 10 years before I told him I went to church every 2 weeks, the guy, and told him if Father Bolin was I fucked up.
Can you vouch for me?
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead. He died.
Shout
12
out
years
Saint
ago?
Rosa Lima, though. Shout out Saint Rosa Lima.
They had.
Of Lima.
That's right.
Oh, my favorite part of it was like, of Peru.
That's right.
They know about that in Peru. You're like, yeah,
That's
Lima
right.
is she's of Lima. It's the capital
right.
of Peru.
That's
There's
right.
no one more.
Ah!
There's no one more Catholic than South and Central Americans, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, like
That's
That
why
kind of
I love
Catholic
Spanish
is-
women,
Oh, yeah.
because they're good Catholics like me.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
I think.
Love the Latina women.
Everyone's abstaining from meat on Wednesdays and Fridays during Lent, right,
Yep.
guys? We're all there
Damn
right
right.
now, right?
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah. I mean, so a story that I didn't tell on that episode was okay. I mean, I can tell it, and if I need to, I'll cut it. But
Jesus Christ.
when so I was
Yes, Matt. Yes. Way to start it off.
I wasn't
Always.
allowed to get my driver's license until I was 24, right?
What?
Yeah. And but so one time me and Peyton, like I said, we lived together with a couple other guys in the house in a row home in Manayunk on Markle Street, or in Roxborough on Markle Street, right? And he had gone to California, and he was like, "Hey man, while I'm gone, you can use my he had a truck."
Uh-oh.
He's like, "You can use my truck if you need to," right? And I was like, "I'm using that thing every fucking day because I'm sick of getting a cab or the bus to work." You know what I mean? So I was driving it to work, but also I was like, I went to cop a quap from this guy. Sean Bern knows who he is. We used to work with him, and I went to cop a quap from him in Chester, right?
For those of you
Like
that
you
don't know,
do.
that's 4
Like
ounces
you
of
do.
marijuana.
It's a quarter of a pound.
Right. Nothing crazy. And
It's enough to get your friend's truck impounded.
4
well,
ounces of marijuana.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Liam. So he lived like kind of close to McDade Boulevard in right in Chester, right? And so I go to his house, I pick up the shit, I leave, and Peyton had told me, he's like, "Hey man, just be careful because
My registration's out.
isn't late registration and
You
inspection."
fucking idiot.
So
Back when it was all based on the stickers on the back of the
Correct.
license.
That's right.
His
They had to
That's
stickers
right.
sneak up on
way
you.
late.
What?
That's
Yes.
right.
So I pick up the shit and I'm leaving and I'm coming, dude. I'm on McDade about to get the 476. I was like, in my mind, I was like, as long as I get the 476 and there's no state trooper, I'm fucking just get me out of here. Because there was a cop that I think had peeped me. And I was like, fuck. Right. So the cop pulls me over, right, in the Wawa parking lot.
And,
And
you
he's
shoved
like,
the quap in your asshole.
well, I mean, I shoved. I mean, it was 2 quaps, but I was like, yeah, get what I want. But
That's
no.
why you train. That's why you train for that.
I
You know?
can't. Yo, stop.
But the dude, he pulled me over and he was like, "Okay, license registration." I was like, I gave
Neither.
None.
Neither.
not
None of it.
not a chance, buddy. not even close, right? Like I was dressed like I was picking this up. We were going to a Phillies game later that night. Like I had all my stuff, right? I was wearing I think I was wearing a Pete Incaviglia jersey, right?
Oh,
like
Petey Ink.
fucking
Petey
Inky.
Ink.
Inky was my guy. So the guy I called, and then Jesse Alcaro called me, and I was like, "Look, I don't have a lot of time. Call Tom, telling him I'm getting arrested."
I need him.
Right.
Oh,
I
that was the getting arrested night.
Yeah. So
All right.
yeah.
I've heard
So-
these stories separately. I didn't realize that they were. I didn't realize how they intertwined.
Yeah. So the dude, he's like, well, I'm taking your car and I got to search it now because you're driving it illegally or whatever.
God
And I was like,
damn it, dude.
okay.
What
So
a fucking jerk
he's
off
going
cop,
he's
just
going
take
through it and he's pulling out like Peyton had like half of a cue stick in there. He's like, what's this? I was like, not mine. I don't know what to tell you. You know, and he had like he was a big time hunting guy, so he had like knives and stuff in there. And I'm like, I don't know what all this is, guys. I don't know.
Well, hold on. Before you move on, did you have to tell the officer this was not your vehicle?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Classic.
So they can
Classic.
do anything they want.
No
Yeah,
license, no
whatever they want.
registration, not
Yep.
my vehicle. He's like, I'm sorry, did you break the ignition cylinder or do you have a key to this?
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna take the hubcaps if we want, and there's
Oh
nothing
my
you can do
God,
about
Matt.
it, man.
Hell yeah, Matty. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then I had like, you remember the CD cases that they had?
Yes.
That's-
What are we, assholes?
Yeah.
Big boy.
CD
Big
cases.
boy.
Right, exactly. I put the shit in
I-
that.
You ever have the one on the visor with 10, like had the 10 CD
Yep.
spots? I got that
yeah.
for Christmas one time. My dad was so cheap. I was like,
I don't
thanks.
know what you guys
Thanks.
are talking about because I just turned 23, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Right. But so then it was under the seat in the CD case thing, and he
Fuck,
fucking
dude.
found it, and like I was like trying to walk away, and there was two of them there, and he was like, make sure he doesn't leave, and I was like, fuck me, and I told him I was on the phone, just like, call Tom, I'm getting arrested, fucking help me out, and then
No
they
doubt about it.
cuffed me, took me to Chester City. I was the only white guy there. They strip searched me, right, and then
Wait, they take you to the police station or they take you to the prison?
the prison.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Were you 18?
Yeah, I was like 22, I think.
21,
Hell yeah.
maybe?
21,
Yeah.
22. Yeah.
I know many people have been in the Chester one.
Yeah. Dude, I'll
He
tell
was
you.
he was just old enough to get hit with powdered sugar and a fire hose. You know what I mean? Like, he was he was the perfect
I
age
got
for that.
total.
Now here's the thing. Did you have to bend over and cough?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
that's how you get in.
Listen,
Yeah.
I might have heard that that's what happened. I've never experienced it.
Yeah,
but
I
I've
never.
heard.
I didn't have to do it either.
I did.
How
They
dare you,
fuck-
Liam? Every jail allegedly I've been to, which has only been like 50.
I
but whatever.
was like, guy, this
Every
is
jail
worse
I've
for
been
you
to-
than for
yeah,
me.
yeah.
You know
I
what
was like,
mean?
dog, you really want to see my asshole? He was like, no, I just need you to fucking cough and make sure nothing falls out your asshole. I was like,
Guys,
a
I've
turd
been-
might fall out, but
yeah,
all
I've
right.
been drinking, guys. I've been drinking. I'm not here because I'm sober. Like, I can't promise you what's gonna happen when I
Yeah.
squat down and cough. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't been making good decisions today. Clearly,
Yeah. And then I remember I was in lockup. I was in lockup. There was two guys I went in there.
So they
like,
hold on. How long they put you through intake?
yeah,
Now you have
right.
to go to a holding
So
cell.
while I'm waiting to go.
Allegedly, I might know the process.
So I'm in the holding cell waiting to go
Right.
before the magistrate.
Right.
Right.
Ready to go. And if you get found guilty, then you go to the block.
Right.
Otherwise, you're on the holding cells.
So I'm in there, right? and
Allegedly, I know this.
I'm waiting. The two guys I'm in there with.
allegedly.
One guy is sitting there crying because
I've
is
seen
like-
it, yo.
this is like his third
Yeah.
domestic charge.
He knows.
That's
Yeah,
a wrap. He knows
his
going
that's
third
a wrap,
domestic
man.
You're
charge.
going upstate.
And then the other kid, he was a kid, right? He was turned 18 that day. This is
Oh,
what
no.
this is what he told me at least. Turned
Oh,
18
no.
that day and got
Oh my
busted for
God.
stealing a car.
Oh,
Right?
20.
no.
Dude was 26 years old. Dude was
Oh,
26
He
years
was-
old.
Yeah,
He
18.
just
Oh,
couldn't grow
no,
facial
man.
hair.
18 that he said he was 18 that day, busted for stealing a car, and I'm like, well, what kind of car was it? Like, I was
Doesn't
like,
matter.
"What's-"
Felony F1. You're going
Yeah.
upstate.
Exactly, right? I was like, you're
F1
facing
felony, F1
I was
felony.
like, you're fucked, man. But I was like, what did you steal? Like a Mercedes or something? He's like, oh, I was an Impala, and I thought I was like, oh yeah, I'm a fucking Chester. Of course, it was a fucking Impala.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now hold on. You're gonna have to cut this, Matt. Let me guess
You
his
can't shake a
ethnicity.
needle without
not,
hitting an Impala.
not white. Let me
I
let me
mean,
guess his ethnicity. Not
I
white.
was the only white I saw the entire time.
'Cause
That wasn't
no
a
one-
cop.
no
Tell
one
you
steals
right now.
No one steals Impalas. That actually what's the matter with you? Yeah. Come on,
I believe
yo.
if
Come
you're the
on.
only white, you're not allowed to pronounce it white.
White. Right.
Yeah,
With an
if
H.
this
I
is
was
just
With an
one.
H.
white.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
actually
I agree,
white.
too.
Yeah, and then Then I went in front of the magistrate. I was like $12 short of bail, and they wouldn't let me fucking go. like $12 short of paying whatever it was, right? And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, you know? And I was like, the fucking pack of smoke screwed me. And then they took me to the county, and then I was able to get out from there.
Now, allegedly, I know this, that it didn't matter if you had the bail money on you. I may or may not have been arrested before I had the money to get out immediately, but they don't do that. They need someone else needs to bring the money to the thing. You can't pay it yourself.
Why is it that way?
How fucked up is that?
He asked me, he's like, do you have the money? And I was like, I might. Can I check? And they're like, we can check. And I was like, okay, we'll check. Here's my, you have my wallet.
Can I throw the rest of the trees in? Can I give you the weed with it? Can I get
what do I get for selling this to you? But then, and they, dude, like, they were like, I remember the intake guy who was processing me was like, well, just tell us where you got it. You're already screwed. We already got you. Just tell us who gave it to you.
Hey, buddy. Shut the fuck up. How about that?
Hey, buddy. I was just like, no thanks, man.
Yeah, fuck you, buddy.
Have to sleep. That's school tomorrow.
I know. It was like
crazy.
Brutal. But whatever. So yeah, that was
great story, Matt. Great story.
But then Payton,
you fucking idiot.
Payton,
relax, okay.
So fucking stupid. Payton was in California, so when he came back, like I called as soon as I got out, I called him and I was like, "Hey man, I fucked up. It was with your truck. This is what happened. I'm gonna pay for everything. As soon as you come back, we'll go and we'll get your truck out of the compound." It ended up being like $500 to get his truck out, and it's fucking worse, dude.
Not to drag this on anymore, but I may or may not have experienced this before. So in Philly, it's a big deal, right? With when you get caught in a vehicle, I've allegedly had a vehicle impounded, had to like go back and forth, blah, blah, blah. You have to go and you have to go to a traffic court first, get that situated. Then you can situate everything else. I don't know how it works in Chester. You just go pick up the truck, pay it. It's all good. Because like in Philly, before they found out all the corruption had happened and got rid of the traffic court on Spring Garden. Yeah. Back in the day, oh my God, I don't even want to get into it. I wanted to fucking kill people.
No, dude.
Joint was the traffic court on Spring Garden was wild.
The most corrupt place I've ever been. Which I've been there all the times I had crotch rocket, so I got pulled over a million times. When I parked, riding wheelies, this, that, the other thing.
I've never
nightmare.
Talked to I lived on 20 in Fairmount for like 8 years, and I don't know anybody who ever had an experience that it was like, that seemed fair and legal.
Yeah, never
got a good shake. Like,
dog, I got PTSD from seeing that stupid show on A&E. Used to fucking drive me nuts.
The PPA.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you this. I will say this though, right? When I do remember this. When I called Pate, because like I had to. I couldn't like he couldn't come back and be like, "Where's my truck?" Right. So I had to call him, and I remember when I called him and said, like, if it was anyone, like, dude, it was within his right to fucking yell my head off and be like, "Dude, what the fuck, man?" Like I told you not to. Right, and he was just like, "Bro, are you all right?" Yeah, I'm good. The fucking money sucks. Lost the shit, whatever. But you know what I mean? So
the second you told me everything was good and you're good, I'd be like, "Fuck you, Matt, you asshole."
Yeah, but he did
is everything cool, brother? Is everything cool?
Yeah, that's kind of
a real one.
He said, "Yeah." I was like, "Everything's good." And he was like, "All right, man. Well, I told you not to use my fucking truck."
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
After I know you're okay.
Literally, it was the first time I ever drove it.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that was the only bad luck. I hadn't been driving it the whole fucking time by any chance.
Dog, I didn't put on 45,000 miles in the last 3
I only had a quarter on me. It was crazy.
Yeah. But whatever. I mean, is what it is, dude. But that ended up like, if I'm with lawyer fees and everything, like that whole fucking process cost me so much money. Had to end up moving back in with my mom for a little bit. Oh yeah. Good. I was barely making enough to pay rent. I couldn't be like, I had to pay the lawyer fees. I had to pay the fines. Had to do
allegedly. I know how you feel. Allegedly, I know how you feel.
Yeah, I know a thing or two about that.
Yeah. Allegedly, we've all been there.
You're good. You're good, and then you're like, oh, I'm
and then you're not
destroyed.
Good.
Okay,
then you're not good.
Wow.
Oh yeah, man. Yep.
But I bet it changes the way you think about going forward.
Yeah.
A couple G's in the bank, like one bad night, and rap on that. Okay, time to.
Dude, I'll tell you, I don't know if it's a fear that most people have of like, if things are going kind of good You know what I mean? Like, when's the fucking shoe? Like, that's all I think about.
When does the storm
like,
roll in?
When is this fucking shit? Like, what? Like, when? Like, shit ain't perfect by any means. You know what I mean? But dude, I'm just like, when is it gonna fucking crash? Like, when? Like, that's my biggest fear. I think about it fucking constantly. Like,
See,
when
it's
is it gonna-
Christ.
yeah.
It's ups and downs though, right? Like I don't think about that. I think about like
Pussy?
what do we have to do? Do we have 2 moves? Bro. Yeah. Let me
We're married.
I didn't mean to say that.
100
I didn't mean to
100
say
years
that.
ago. No, the movie's like, okay, if we do everything right, can we get to even? Like, I don't even want well. I want even. Can I get to even and then start making decisions as an adult and my wife as an adult that we have jobs, not decisions we made when I was fucking. I still owe $40,000 on an English degree. You guys see Chat GPT?
No.
Villanova owes me my money back. Guys.
Yo, it's fucked up.
I'm not paying any more back. I got an English degree, and now there's AI that just writes
He would've wrote it for you.
poems and soliloquies. Like, so I'm just like, oh, cool. Well, I knew it was a bad decision 20 years ago, but I never realized it was going to be this bad as a 40-plus-year-old with 2 kids. So I don't think I'm going to pay my student loans back. I think I'm going to just be like, hey, guys.
Nor should you have to.
And you know what I'm doing? I'm going to write them a really great letter about why I don't have to. I'm just going to put it through Chat GPT. Went to your college for 10 years.
Saw a couple ball games.
Respectful Caucasian.
Blacked out a couple times.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a farce.
And apparently you guys told me you served priests who house drinks, but whatever. Back to St. Rose.
No one.
Little bit of a
drinks
callback.
more than
Little bit of a
Dude,
callback.
no one fucking houses more than the priest. I'll tell you that.
I mean, how could you not? You go back to what do you
mean? How would you not? There's free wine at the fucking house. What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
What also
Yeah.
you go?
Well, actually,
you
that's
go
the
back to
blood of our
rec-
Lord and Savior, Steve. So get it
Go back
right.
to the
Come
rec-
on.
Not until
And
it's blessed, Matt.
You go back to the rectory where you live, and you have a dorm room with like a mini fridge and a TV.
He's trying to take
and you're
someone back for their
48
wrecked
years
dome.
old, and you know that there's a lot of stuff you can't do, and you're like, well, I guess I'm going to make the world's greatest Manhattan.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that every night for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I
totally.
get it.
Yeah. So okay, let's keep it moving. So let's get right into it. Oh, next week on the show, we're gonna be airing yeah. Next week on the show, we're gonna be airing the Aaron Taylor episode. Another AA Ron coming.
Have we started the show yet?
We
Yeah. Are we on there?
Let's get started, Steve. I'm gonna go to you first. What do you got for stupid is and stupid does?
This one's fucking wild. So we going Dade County. We going Miami, right?
Miami.
That's right. We going
Bonita.
Miami. So the cops got called in Dade County, not for a murder, not for some wild shit, not for some dude driving around in a fucking rented Ferrari acting like a douchebag. We got Boogie Wop. We talking Burger King, cuz, right? So Burger King gets a call. There's a dude in he broke into Burger King, Boogie Wop, as my father used to call it. Breaks in there. Obviously, he's trying to rob the joint. They call Dade County. Dade County rolls up. We talking about the 305. They come in, and what do they find?
Pitbull.
Romeo Carter, 510-pound male, who's broke in to drink the used fryer grease.
No.
When they came in, they noticed he's already ingested multiple gallons of fryer grease.
What? How?
Used fryer grease. And I'm not talking like fucking like a fine diner. We're not talking about fucking Ruth Chris. We're not talking fucking
it's not
anything
Federal
special.
Donuts squeaking out every morning.
I'm
It's
pretty
a
sure-
Firehouse. It's been there since November.
I'm pretty sure that 4 18-year-olds run Boogie Wop at that point, and no one changes the fryer oil because it's too much fucking time, too much going on.
A TV show right now.
He was sucking down the fryer grease. He literally broke into Burger King to drink the used fryer grease.
I went on what, like a straw? Or did he have like a hose and a funnel?
It's even
Bro.
worse. I'm glad you asked, Liam, because it gets worse. They have the fucking drain at the bottom, like in a car. That's like a fucking...
yeah.
And they saw him switching the valve open and chugging 510 pounds.
Oh my god.
Chugging the fryer grease.
Was he trying to commit suicide?
I don't know, Matt. He's already
God.
510 pounds, but I don't know where to go with this story.
Dude.
I didn't even need to read any more. I was done when I read that.
Dude.
He opened the valve that they used to empty it.
Bro,
That's
Liam,
pretty good. That's
Liam,
pretty good.
Liam, you've worked in kitchens, right?
Yeah,
There's a gimmick,
yeah.
like when the fryer oil gets too bad, there's
Uh-huh.
Apocalyptic.
there's a gimmick. It has its own dumpster, right?
Because
And
it's
that
so
is
gross.
the most disgusting thing you will
Yep.
ever see.
Hold on.
And if it backs up, if it backs up, and like everybody walks in the kitchen one day, and you're like, "Oh, we got a clog there, guys," or it's got to be emptied. But this is we can't stand here. This is horrifying.
I will say this. I've only had one job in my life, but my job happens to be directly across from a restaurant, right? We share a fence.
Yeah.
There's that weird oil grease dumpster where
Yep.
the same thing that pumps like shit out of sewers truck comes up to suck the grease out, right?
Yeah.
Just as bad,
Now,
dude.
this
When it
was-
goes bad, it's just as bad.
This was the number one hotspot for every Rottweiler we've ever owned at this shop to sneak away. Is the only thing I would look over. I'm like, where the fuck's the dog? I look over and he's licking the side of the grease fucking dumpster.
Oh, I bet.
So this guy and my Rottweiler have the same vibe.
That's
incredible
crazy.
amino acids. You know,
Yeah.
just fat rolling out.
Dude, I don't know how much money it would cost for me to drink that. I don't think I could put a number.
Nope.
Getting sick thinking about it. It is
Now,
that
remember,
disgusting.
He didn't get the 510 pounds by being like
Right,
a
right,
healthy
right,
eater.
right,
Like
right.
he down for the
But-
cause.
That is such a horrifying cause. Like
You
there
jerk
are,
off.
There are so many easier ways to kill yourself. Like
Yeah.
also,
Look,
without
you're in Miami.
that gross.
Like you gotta, like you can't be 510 pounds and live in Miami.
just walk.
Guys,
Just start walking. Start walking
Dog.
south, man. If you make it to Cuba, then you can be the king.
No,
But
start
if
doing
not,
fucking
then
coke.
that's a
I
wrap
don't
on you,
know,
dog.
something.
Yeah.
We need you to do something.
Yeah.
See you when we see you.
Yeah.
Shock and thrill.
Yeah, dude.
I just picture
Boogie
the
Wop.
valve. I just picture the
Oh,
valve.
bro.
Him
He's
opening
just
it.
like he
every part
holds
of
a
it.
cup
Sucking it.
underneath it, and it's just like beep.
Now
Yeah.
we've all played sports here. How many as a young bull when you didn't have like a water bottle? Because I grew up poor. Didn't have water bottle. Ran up to the fucking 5-gallon water jug and pushed the
Yeah.
button and hung your head under it.
Oh yeah.
This bull was doing that with fryer grease, cuz.
Oh,
yeah.
Less.
With
yeah.
French fries.
Is that all he took? Was the grease? He didn't
Yeah.
touch any of the other food.
Nope.
Oh my
Literally
god.
broke it
Oh.
to suck down fryer grease.
And not even for like weird
He wasn't jerking off with it.
Wasn't like a
eco
purposes
purposes. Like,
thing.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna run my Volkswagen Beetle off of some old fryer grease. Like, no, I'm
Nope.
gonna eat it.
He didn't have the fucking flux capacitor. This wasn't
I'm
the
gonna put it
goddamn DeLorean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on a Krispy Kreme and just
Mhm.
throw the whole thing down.
Damn.
Mhm.
Nice. Okay. Fucking that was pretty
And
bad.
hold on, before I
Steve.
add one other
Yeah.
thing, is there anything
Jesus
that doesn't?
Christ.
Is there anything that doesn't go in the fryer at Burger King? That's like the only thing they use, right? Besides like the burgers that go through the weird grill thing.
You're right.
Everything else goes in the fryer,
everything
right? Yeah, I
goes
mean,
in
it-
there.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they threw mozzarella sticks out there a couple of
Yeah.
years ago. I was like,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
I
Dude,
want
they have a
mozzarella
fish
sticks in
sandwich.
fucking
They have a
burgers.
Yep.
chicken sandwich.
Sounds
They all go
swell.
in there.
All go in the
Yeah.
fryer.
You gross. So, all right, Lashmoosh. What do you,
Gross.
Steve? That was pretty good.
When when Burger King starts serving the oyster po' boy, you're like, all right, guys, it's over.
Oh.
We all gotta go home.
Yeah. All right. Lashmoosh, what do you got for stupid is and stupid does?
All right, it's kind of crazy that Steve did Burger King because we're gonna go
Boogie Wop.
we're gonna go to Toronto, and a professionally trained Toronto chef spent the last 2 years creating McDonald's newest burger.
Mhm.
What do you think it is? What, do you guys have a guess what it is?
Yeah, it's a patty shaped like a dick so Trudeau can eat it.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
My bad.
Like that
My bad.
answer.
No,
My bad.
I'm always invigorated by Steve's hatred for
For
Trudeau. It
real,
always makes me-
man.
I always forget about
You,
it. I
yeah,
get
you
super pumped about
despise
it,
that
but-
guy.
I can't
But
stand this motherfucker.
Liam, did he just make like the Arch Deluxe?
Liam,
too,
can
or
I have
something?
a clue? Can I have a clue?
He spent 2
Can I have
years-
one clue? I have a clue. Like what is
Okay, here's a clue.
Yeah.
You've probably created this sandwich already while you were like smoking a blunt with your
Oh,
friends.
so he
So
put
you-
French fries and everything.
you put the
on
hash
this
brown
sandwich.
on the Egg McMuffin,
Yeah.
right?
No, ready for this? He spent 2 years to come up with the chicken Big Mac. He just took a fucking Big Mac, and put 2 pieces of chicken on instead of 2 burgers. 2 years. I looked it up. This guy's official title.
What was his salary too?
He's that. Yeah, I looked 90, it up. Here,
90 grand
going.
a year.
This is where
stock
we're going.
Options.
So he's McDonald's senior manager of menu innovation. He took 2 pieces of chicken and put it on a Big Mac instead of 2 pieces of burger. Yeah, innovation.
They only serve 2 proteins, by the way.
It took him 2 years to come up with this idea. So he makes it on Indeed. Says that job title makes about upwards of $200K a year. But I'm thinking,
the fuck out of here.
I'm thinking since it's McDonald's, he probably makes closer to 250. So this guy just got paid $500,000 to just take a Big Mac, take 2 pieces of beef out of it, and put 2 pieces of chicken in.
We have beef patties, chicken pieces, and sausage pieces. What if we just swapped one?
Yeah.
And he's smart enough to make that shit take 14 months of like study to be like, all right, guys, guess I earned this role. I'll be resigning soon. That's it sounds like terrible. It sounds terrible. Like if you like a Big Mac, you're not going to like a double chicken. That sandwich is shit.
Yeah,
it's
2 years.
It's a trash sandwich.
They paid this man $500,000 to do chicken.
It would make more sense to put the breakfast sausage patty on the sandwich than the piece of shitty McDonald's chicken.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they don't add the hash brown. I don't know why they don't make a round hash brown that fits on the Egg McMuffin, because nothing's ever been made more like. If you're ordering an Egg McMuffin and a hash brown and you don't break that shit in half and put half of it on your sandwich while you eat it, then you're not doing McDonald's right. Why not just make a round one that just sits right?
Now here's the idea. Everyone's
$1.95.
Everyone's laughing that he's not a genius. I'm pretty sure this fucking guy milked this the whole way. He's the smartest guy we've ever met.
Dude, they interviewed him and he said, "Oh, well, it's a lot of pre-work that comes before we make it. And something that goes out into market and blah, blah, blah."
I have to learn what a chicken is.
Shout out that guy.
And he even admitted the inspiration came from customers like swapping menu items out and stuff. So I just picture somebody rolling up in their car, like baked out of their goddamn mind, like, "Yo, dude, can you do a Big Mac, but like
Jana
chicken?"
Banana?
Yes,
Jana Banana. Can Jana sue? I mean, she was making weird McDonald's combos way back since the way back.
Sue? True. No, she doesn't got to sue. She can become apparently like a fucking genius.
Yeah,
and make $250 a year. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently she's qualified to be a master chef for McDonald's. Yeah,
he trained at the Culinary Institute of Canada, which is like the place to dude, he's like a trained chef. Yeah,
it's Paris, it's Madrid, it's Canada. Everyone knows the finest cuisine in the world.
Now what we didn't learn is before that he went to MIT and he figured out the easiest way to make $250 a year.
Man,
he scammed the system. Fuck you, Jdub.
Yeah. Also, there's drugs in it.
Yep.
You will be addicted.
Nice.
Welcome to Roxbury Road.
I love it. All right, those are both pretty fucking good. Very good. We're gonna go to Incredibly Incredible next. Strong Sam, what do you got for Incredibly Incredible?
This one might be my favorite. So we going China, right?
Love it.
So Su Yun decides on a vacation she's gonna go and get herself the family a dog, right? So they decide they're gonna get a dog. They get sold a Tibetan Mastiff. Not sure if you guys ever seen these dogs. They're fucking enormous, right? They can grow up to like 250 pounds. They're fucking gargantuan, full of hair. Have the same colors as like a Rottweiler or a brown bear, like all black. Have a little bit of a brown on the nose and not everything else, but humongous dogs, legendary, right?
Yeah.
So she gets one. She wonders why this thing has the most insane appetite she's ever seen in her life, right? This thing eats 2 boxes of fruit and 4 buckets of noodles a day, right? I didn't know that's what you feed your dog in China, but whatever. 4 buckets of noodles, 2 boxes of fruit, and they end up realizing that when this thing is there's a Tibetan Mastiff. They're fucking gargantuan,
huge,
it's like gargantuan. Yes,
dude, they look like lions.
Hold on. Funny you say that, Liam, because 2 years in, she can't believe the appetite, and the thing's already 250 fucking pounds. It's only 2 years old, right?
Whoa.
They find out it's an Asiatic black bear.
Oh, it is a bear. Nice.
Wait. They thought they thought they were getting a mastiff, and it
A
turned
Tibetan Mastiff. And this lady said, I've never seen anything eat like this. And then she said, at 2 years old, it was already 250 pounds. That's supposed to be when they're like 5 years old, right?
okay.
And she said, I also noticed I've never seen a dog that tends to be bipedal. This thing will stand up and walk on its hind legs.
Oh,
She was like, what the fuck is going on,
She's
right?
an idiot.
It's
Yeah.
friendly with the kids, though. It's like chilling. It's in the family. It's been part of the family for 2 years as a baby.
Bro.
Then they bring it in. They call in. They show up. They realize that this thing is an Asiatic black bear that grows up to usually about 4 to 450. So when they realize this, they call in the fucking animal control. Animal control rolls up. Cannot believe it's already 250 pounds. It's trying to maul a grown man, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's friendly as shit. It grew up around her 3 kids. It grew up around so they had to wait till it fell asleep. Then they tranquilized it to make sure it stayed asleep.
Yeah.
Scooped it up, brought it back. Now it's in not a zoo. It's in like a sanctuary. But they go and visit it, and they laughed at when they go and visit it. This thing like knows them and runs up to them like it's the family.
Yeah.
But this bitch got sold in Asia, and these things are extremely rare. Also, they're not endangered, but they're very rare still. Like they're almost endangered. These Asiatic black bears.
Yeah.
Bitch said, why does my dog keep walking on his 2 hind legs
Yeah.
around the crib?
And don't bears like not have tails and shit too? But
No, but
but dogs have like long tails, right?
They do, but they cut them off like a Rottweiler.
Okay.
So they got the nub. It only had the nub. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude.
Those Tibetan Mastiffs, which I've always loved. There was a story long time ago. This was like 10 years ago. I remember the story that some bullshit zoo in China got called out for saying they had black bears in an enclosure, and one guy was like, "Not a black bear, it's a mastiff. It's a fucking dog, right?"
Yeah.
And I grew up right outside the Norristown Zoo.
Yeah.
Same feeling I used to have. We would walk through it before they redid it. Now it's kind of nice. But when we were kids, I was like, "That's not a fucking black bear. That's a Rottweiler. I have Rottweilers. That's not a black bear." The John is. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, Norristown Zoo got a total facelift. That's
It's
not
so
a bad
nice
spot.
now. I know.
It's not a bad
Used
spot.
to be. You remember when we were kids, dog? The second I walked in,
That
I
was
went,
a fucking dump.
First off, that's a Rottweiler, not a black bear. And second off, we're already done. What just happened? I saw 3 creatures.
Yeah.
The
Dude.
fuck just happened?
My kid loves Norristown Zoo.
It's great now,
Fed
dude.
the
So do my
zebras,
nieces.
we're fed the giraffes. and stuff,
Giraffes,
dude.
dude.
Great.
When
Yeah.
we went there, right?
Giraffes in
And-
Norristown are so funny, by the way.
Dude, the fucking giraffes. We went there, and I'm there with my wife and my kid, and my kid's like 2, and she's seeing the giraffes going nuts, right? And the giraffes are like, they're like over by the fence because they want something like to be.
They want to lean
fed.
over and eat your food. Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, yeah. But dude, people don't realize these things are fucking enormous.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
huge. Right. So we're over there, and then a bunch of families come over, and all these families with their little kids are watching these giraffes, and it's incredible, these animals. Then one giraffe just starts to fucking piss right in front of them. then
Giraffes got big dicks too.
Then the other giraffe starts to drink the piss.
Oh no!
Yes.
This is fucking Norristown.
Yes.
Baby. You know, it was great.
My second favorite zoo experiences is the peacocks that randomly walk around the Philadelphia Zoo.
Bro.
But sometimes they get out, and next thing you know, they're on Girard Ave and they get fucking clapped.
Bro.
Yo, there's nothing like coming down fucking Girard Ave. I see a crackhead. Is that a peacock? I'm like, what the fuck? Am I in the Amazon? How did we just go from a crackhead to a peacock? Where did he come from?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So okay.
Shout out.
No, yeah, shout out. Lasmeeshma, what do you got for incredibly incredible?
Incredibly incredible. We're going to a place called the Leibniz Institute in Jena, Germany.
Okay.
Newly discovered chemicals are so deadly to fungi that they decided to name them after Keanu Reeves.
I saw this, yo.
The recently identified fungus-killing compounds are known as Keanu mycins.
Yes.
They're molecules found in bacteria known as lipopeptides. They're extremely effective treatment against human fungal infections,
Right.
along with plant fungal diseases.
Wow, I fucking love it.
So you gotta remember, he's named after a bacteria, and you're talking about my man from The Matrix,
dude. John Wick, motherfucker.
Yeah.
John.
John
Fuck that.
fucking Wick.
Forget Wick. I think. What was his name? Morpheus. What was his name in the
Neo.
fucking Neo? The hardest.
Dude,
John Wick. You watch any of those movies?
Dude, John Wick is so
I have,
fucking
but
good.
They came later.
It.
Like the
I
first
love
Matrix.
John
The
Wick.
first Matrix was the John.
Well, dude, isn't Keanu well, no.
Oh my god,
He's
fucked up. My bad.
He's a Brazilian. I think he's got like a black belt or brown
He
belt.
absolutely can't. He can't.
No, dude, he does. Dude, have you not seen the John Wick movies? The guy can fucking. He knows some shit, man. It's not like he knows nothing. And also, he got his like certificate as a master marksman. He's like, he legit can fucking do it, man. I don't know.
Also,
I don't know what you're saying, but
I'll beat
Keanu-
the dog shit out of Keanu Reeves. Get the fuck out of here.
All right,
his
man.
name is Johnny
so.
Utah. His name is Johnny Utah.
I'll beat the
Right.
shit out of Keanu Reeves.
You think? Swayze
I
couldn't.
don't know. I don't
100%.
know,
Swayze
man.
tried. Swayze tried.
Swayze was like, he had a stroke. He was 193. Stop.
Not in
Swayze?
Point Break, dude. He had that sweet mullet. He was lost to the sea.
Dude,
Keanu Reeves,
the
Johnny
hair
Utah.
I gotta
the hair
go.
in
I
Point
gotta
Break.
go. I gotta go.
The hair in
Wait.
Point Break.
You're not a Point Break guy, Steve? You're not.
No,
a
I
Point
can't
no,
Break
believe
guy?
I-
I can't
I-
believe you're
I
not a
love-
John Wick guy.
I love
Johnny.
Point Break. I love Point Break. I
But
love
Johnny Utah.
the Wick movies, but going to say that's like there's only one real guy in Hollywood that actually had a black belt, and it happened to be Al Bundy, which is
Ed O'Neill.
hilarious.
Ed O'Neill.
Under
Yeah.
Henzo. The rest of them, they all
Awesome.
talk again. I'm sure Sean Williams would tell you this. In LA, when a guy has enough money, even though he's not these guys get fake ass belts. They
I
show
don't
up
think
here and
Keanu's
there.
a phony,
Dude,
bro.
I don't
He's
think
the
so
biggest.
either.
How dare you? No,
I
way.
don't think so either, man.
Let's
I do.
review and talk about
I
it.
do.
I don't think he's a phony.
Let's
I think he's a- I
research.
think he's a-
Let's research
I don't
and
wanna
come
do it.
back to it. Liam, what do you have?
So Keanu Reeves did train in judo, and a 3-time Olympic champion, Nomura Tadahiro, presented him an honorary judo black.
Honorary. Get
Yeah,
the fuck out of
yeah.
here with your honorary shit.
So
You
he
called
tra-
Listen,
You
he
called him a
trained for,
black
like,
belt
the
in
movies and
jujitsu,
stuff,
Matt.
and they
You
and
called
they
him a
Cosby.
black belt in
But I mean,
jujitsu.
Bill Cosby has honoraries too. You know,
I hope
mean,
Rich.
it's
I
all
hope
about the
Rich
work you
chokes
put
you
in.
out when you go to fucking the gym. How dare you say that?
If Keanu Reeves chokes out Liam, we have to do this. We have to make sure it's live on.
I would be
What
honored.
Leadership-
Honorary.
I would be honored if Keanu Reeves choked me out.
This is
First
fucking
of
nut
all.
shit. Honorary. Get the fuck out of here with your honorary judo.
I don't think he's a punk. That's all I'm saying. I don't think he's totally a punk. I don't think he's totally a Hollywood like nothing.
I want to
dude.
fight Keanu Reeves now. I need to fight Keanu Reeves.
Maddie, set it up.
Okay.
Set it up,
so
man. You got a cool-
just an
Next live
FYI,
event.
Keanu is
In
he
Steve's
has
garage.
he's been training under jiu-jitsu practitioner
Under who?
Higan Machado
Oh shit. Higgins knows.
for the past decade.
Okay. What's his belt rank under Higgins?
Doesn't say.
Of course, because he's got a blue belt because he shows up once every 3 weeks. But I hear you.
Okay.
That's also Joe Rogan's guy. Machados are they're
if-
cousins of the Gracies. They're
I
as legit
know.
as it gets. As legit as it gets.
Hey,
I'm
do you
a-
know
I'm-
which actor?
if
You know which
if he had
actor
a-
has the most black belts? Motherfucking Chuck Norris. That's what I just said.
All right,
but
let's
the
move
realest,
on.
hold on. The realest actor is Al Bundy, baby, my guy.
Yeah.
Al Bundy.
I agree with you there.
And he
Al
was
Bundy's
he,
the
he's been
realest.
doing it since been doing it, right? Like
Right.
he
He was like
just
one
there
of the
for a
first
while.
for sure.
Remember the
Yeah.
story of him like beating the fuck out of some guy and holding him down in Hollywood that was like trying to like rob a guy and like the cops
Like a
came in,
donut
like,
shop or whatever.
How did you
Nope.
do this? He was like, "What are you talking about? This guy doesn't know shit. I'm a black,
Yeah.
a legit
Shut him
black
down.
belt."
I
Yeah.
shut him down. dude.
All right, Liam, what do you got for sports and speds?
Sports and Speds. WWE is in talks with state gambling regulators to
That's hard.
legalize betting on scripted match results.
Whoa.
Stop.
They held negotiations with Colorado and Michigan. So what they're trying to do is get like,
There
you know,
you go.
the states that have legalized
Can't
gambling
bet
on like
this.
FanDuel, DraftKings, all that
Yep.
stuff. They're working with Ernst & Young to secure match results so that they won't leak to the public.
You
And-
should be able to bet on WWE.
WWE
Should not
be
said
able to.
I
they wouldn't
agree.
inform the wrestlers who will win until hours before the match. Betting
Who-
on the Academy are so you can already bet on the Academy Awards in like New Jersey, Indiana, Michigan, Louisiana, Colorado. So if WWE succeeds, it could like open the door for like other secret scripted events, like you know what I mean. You're like, say when Breaking Bad was going on, you're like, will this character make it to the end of the season?
There I remember there was a bet to see who would end up on the Iron Throne at the end of Game of Thrones, right? Like they're like
somebody
serious. Hold on, Matt. There was odds for that.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's so fucked up. Like they already knew
after the end of season. After the end of season 6, it was like 20,000 to 1 that.
Hold on,
like,
but there was no. It wasn't FanDuel or DraftKings or there was some offshore site you could find that bet on.
Bern, I was going to mention that. So like you can already bet on like the winner of the Royal Rumble on like sites like Five Dimes and Bovada, all this stuff that's like offshore, like Singapore. You can bet like Bitcoin on it and stuff. But you can't walk up to like Vegas and be like, man, I think Lesnar
don't fly in America.
Rumble.
Yeah. You're not getting that ticket.
They're trying though, dude. I don't know. It's interesting. You know?
No, it's interesting. But it's bullshit. You're gonna lose your money. I agree, Matt.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's just because
listen, sports entertainment. I don't want to take anything away from it because those dudes are fucking athletes. But
Matt,
you know, if the end is predetermined by even one person, you can't.
I personally would not bet on it for that reason.
Yes,
because somebody besides me already knows it. I just think it would be interesting to like get the odds. It would make for good conversation like before you do it. So I don't know. Like,
do you ever see Liam? You ever see on FanDuel where they do like these are all the popular like same game parlays that people are making across the site. And you're like, I'm not betting that, you idiots. You're
that's a computer that made it.
You're only displaying this. It's like that looks good enough that people might throw $10 on it. Like
they give you like boosts or whatever. Like
you're like,
bet.
No,
it's like a bet they want you to take. You know,
they're triple dogging you to take.
Yeah, I gotta ask you. Man. I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
So I was a big Game of Thrones guy, right?
Right. Really?
This is insane to me. Let's go.
Now, again, I already told you the origin story. I thought it was.
Let's start a new podcast.
The girl that I was with, the girl that I was with at this point, told me she was watching. I was like, "This shit's corny. It's got dragons and it's fake." And then I walked by one day, and within 3 seconds, I saw a dude. I saw a dude fucking the hottest chick I've ever seen, and then I saw another guy cut another guy's head off with a sword, all in 5 minutes. And I was like, "What is this?" And then I watched. Then I got
this will play.
But so you're telling me, Matt, that there was actually people on this planet that put money down on a predetermined show about who would. Oh my God. I'm in the wrong business. I'm slaving 80 hours a week for normal pay when I could just make some fake shit that's already predetermined and make money off it.
Steve, you know damn well degenerates will bet
Matt, shoot me.
Can.
Next time you come to the shop, please shoot me right in the forehead because I'm a fucking retard and I fucked up in life.
You sure have.
It's not you. It's not you, Steve. It's not you.
It's all.
It's everyone else.
I fucked up. Yeah, we all fucked up. Oh my God.
Oh.
Very nice. Okay, Steve, what do you got for sports and speds before we get out of here?
So real quickly, I'm going to go over this one. It's a long story, but I'm going to go quick with it. This guy was just on Rogan. His name's Derek Wolfe, right? So he happens to be an NFL player, spent 10 years in the league. Yeah. Monster, defensive lineman, the most fucked up people on the planet. He explains how fucked up you have to be. Deion Sanders made a thing that everyone got
great.
Out.
I was just going to say.
And he talks about it on Rogan. He goes, Deion said that, look, when I look for a quarterback, I look for a stable home, a suburban family that went to a good school. When I look for my lineman, I look for a guy who came from a broken home that slept on a dirt floor, that's ready to fucking kill, right?
Fighting for mama. Yeah.
And so this Derek Wolfe guy who spent 10 years in the NFL, won a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning in Denver, right? Blah, blah. Legend. Sacked Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Has a picture of him standing over Brady flexing and shit, right? Also happened to be roommates going through the University of Cincinnati with the Kelsey brothers.
Oh,
right?
Nice.
So he told Rogan, how about this? He goes, I want anyone else on this planet to name a college room or a college apartment that had 4 guys in it. Between I won a Super Bowl with Peyton, Travis won 2, Jason won 1. So we have 4 Super Bowls, and our quarterback lived with us. Our quarterback went to Canada, won 2 Grey Cups. So we have 4 Super Bowls and 2 Grey Cups in one house.
Legit ballers,
right? And he also said that the Kelsey brothers are wild. 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 He didn't get into it because
yeah.
Rogan's an idiot and all he listens to is MMA, so he has no idea who they were. But he was like, I wish he would have known football a little more to like get into the Kelsey brothers, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he's the guy. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this. There was a big thing going around where you saw this ex-NFL player holding up a giant mountain lion that was terrorizing a town. It was all over like social media. This was a little while, like a couple months ago. I mean, this motherfucker is huge, right?
It was awesome.
So he's out in Colorado. There's this mountain lion. There's this mountain lion that when he got out of the league, he started to like hunt. He was a big hunter, right? He needed another like something that would make him like go get his juices together, right? And I'm not talking about like I've said this before. You queer hunters that spray deer piss on a tree, sit up in a fucking stand and shoot it when it walks up. No, he hunts with a bow, stalks his prey, and does it like a man's man, right? So he eats whatever he kills. So this guy says he goes out, his buddy calls him, says, hey, this is mountain lion terrorizing, blah, blah, blah. So mountain lions, for your information, large males will be anywhere from 125 to 150 pounds. Yeah, look at the size of that. Now, just for reference, Matt, this man is 6'6", 300 pounds. This man with that fucking lion, 6'6", 300 pounds, right? So he goes up in there.
Shit.
So he says they go to stalk this mountain lion. As they're stalking it, they find the paw prints, right? He said the paw prints were the size of my chest. Again, he's 6'6", 300 pounds, right? Says the paws were the biggest thing he's ever seen. So him and his buddy, who's a big hunter, they're at 10,000 feet, by the way, because this isn't a fucking savanna lion. This is a mountain lion. And many experts said one of the largest they've ever seen in a prime male. Like this wasn't an old one. Prime male. Look at the fucking that guy's 6'6". Right. He looks like me holding it. That guy's 6'6". So and 300 pounds. You can't even Matt, you can't even see his body. That cat's so thick, right? So this thing's been knocking off multiple dogs a week, right? Multiple dogs a week. This guy's such a fucking gangster. He bow hunted this, right? Not a shotgun, not anything. They're stalking it with a fucking bow and arrow, right? So he goes, actually, it's a compound bow, but whatever. So they end up getting up in the mountains. He finds these tracks. They follow it through the snow. When they do follow it, they find out that it's living under the porch of a guy in the middle of nowhere. So they say to this guy, so they try to get a hold of this guy, but like he said, he grew up in the middle of nowhere. He was like, and he grew up in a rough life. But anyway, he was like, look, I'm not trying to run up on someone's property. I know the people that move into the middle of nowhere are out there because they don't want to be bothered. So we're trying to get a hold of somebody that might know this guy so he doesn't shoot us for walking on his property because he has fucking 50 acres on a mountain in Colorado, blah, blah, blah. Finally, the guy sees him, says, what are you guys doing? There's a big mountain lion. I know. We're trying to get it. He's been killing everything. He goes, yeah. At least every other night, I'll go to wash my dishes and I look out and there's that kitty cat looking in my window because he lives under his porch, right?
Oh, my God.
So again, I said the biggest males in their prime they find are like 150, 160. This thing they think after the meat alone, when he carved it up and ate it, because he's a hunter, they carve it up, they eat it. Yeah. This fucking thing was 174 pounds of meat. So they said with all the paws, the head, the blood, this thing was probably somewhere around 250, right? One of the largest mountain lions they've ever seen. So it was swiping dogs like it was nothing, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, it was living under this guy's porch. Like I was talking to Liam. You imagine you take the trash out, this thing would just jump out. It's game over.
I would cry.
And for you people,
thank you.
And for you people that don't know, this isn't a fucking like there's ginormous wolves that get up to 200 pounds, but that's still a dog. That's a kitty cat. Those kitty cats are different, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, they fucking he says he climbs up this mountain, they go up 10,000 feet. The guy he's with is a normal human. He's a Pro Bowl, Super Bowl winning defensive tackle. He said eventually, like his muscles started failing him because he's at elevation, not used to it, blah, blah, blah. He said his buddy who played no sports grew up at 10,000 feet. So he's running up and down there like a fucking goat. Like nothing matters to him.
Yeah,
so he goes,
like the Sherpas that smoke
100%. This is the reason why we said we had a lot of our special forces. Sean Day,
no filters.
Sean Day specifically used to say too that when they would go up in the mountains of Afghanistan, these guys were so much faster than them because they were so used to the elevation that it was insane, right? So he goes, anyway, my buddy's fine. I'm crawling up the hill, get up to where we see the things, or he's calling me, telling me, get up here. He's like, I'm crawling. I fucking collapse. I look up 20 feet above him in the tree. There's the enormous kitty cat fucking growling at him, right? So he's like, I'm not going to roll to my back and take a shot. So I look up and I'm like, if this thing jumps down, it's game over. Like there's nothing I can do, right? So he jumps up, he keeps moving. He's like, I get to my buddy, I crawl up to my buddy. Now I have an elevated shot. I've been practicing this, and this is one thing he did say. As a hunter, he's been working out with a bunch of guys that he knows real well. He's been doing like we used to do interval training. He would do interval training with hunting. So he'd bring his heart rate up to a super high level, super exhausted, and then be able to hit the targets, right? So he's like, I train for this so that like, because I know I'm in the mountains. He lives in Colorado. He played at Denver, blah, blah. So he's like, I sit back, fucking one arrow right through it, right? Drops it, blah, blah, blah. Thing's dead. So he picks it up. They bring it back. The people are telling him this is the largest mountain lion they have ever seen. Like this was the Brock Lesnar this was the John Jones of mountain lions.
Jesus.
And it was literally picking off Labradors.
This was the
Kimbo, like it was nothing.
Slice of Labradors.
Yeah.
Now what he did say, he was going to bring Joe this meat, because I literally just listened to the episode today. It just came out. It's fantastic. And this is why Joe had him on the podcast. And the guy's the man, which made it cooler that he was literally roommates with the fucking Kelsey brothers, which was awesome. Nice. But he was saying how when he ate it, he was like, it tasted like a sweet white pork. So like that's kind of what it was like. And they all say how elk's the best meat. Both of them agreed. They're big hunters, him and Joe. The best meat they've ever eaten is elk. Yeah. But he was like, this is and Rogan the entire time is going, Jesus fucking Christ. Like most corny hunters will, like I said, spray piss on a fucking tree and shoot you from this guy ran down the most aggressive animal on the planet with a fucking bow and arrow. Like a
most
real
dangerous
one.
Game.
Yeah. Real one.
Nice.
So shout out Derek Wolf.
Nice. Yeah. All right. We're coming close to the top of time. Let's get out of here. We went way long. Steve, what do you got to say to everyone before we take off?
Listen, pet your kitty cat and love your kitty cat, but just know if that cat was 100 pounds, it would eat you tomorrow.
Amen to that, buddy. Amen to
and shout out fucking dogs, because dogs will never eat you. They'll just love you. Even this little piece of shit.
They'll just hump you. They'll just hump your corpse like 4 days later.
Yeah.
Like, wake up, dude. Wake up. I need a ball.
Yep.
Kitty cat eat your face.
There they would. Benoit, what do you got before we get out of here?
I don't know. I was thrown off in the opening, and Steve's commitment to kitty cat has thrown me off in the closing. He's the sweetest. I think he's a real sweet boy.
That loves Game of Thrones.
Yeah, loves super fantasy dude.
Yeah,
and I'm not team Jon Snow. He corny.
Who's your team, Steve? Squad
dude, you're a big Ramsey Bolton guy, huh, Steve?
No. Steve,
that's not right, man. Fuck you. It's not right.
Steve is embarrassed and sell me, dude. All day, every day.
No, I was the bull that fucked the hot blonde before he died of that weird little cut. What was his name in the second season?
Oh, Steve's a cuck. All right, yeah.
No. The guy that the fucking what was his name? The giant
Jason
guy that
Momoa. Jason Momoa.
Yeah, what is his name?
Yeah.
That was the first season. Khal Drogo.
Yeah, first season 1. Khal
Drogo. I'm with Drogo, cuz.
Yeah, those guys are badass.
Oh, you know what? So badass.
The Dothraki?
Yes,
Dothraki.
That's it, man. That's what I fuck with.
Let's make the deal now, right? If something happens to Steve that goes bad in the next 5 years,
we burn me on the shit.
His corpse. And we're gonna put him on a little mountain and let him look out at not auto repair. You know, like just
light me
let
on fire.
him look out at the world that's not the thing that breaks his balls.
Do and please light blunts off that fire. I will be so happy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Consider it done, pal. Very
Respect,
nice,
fellas. Respect, fellas.
Lasmeeshma, what do you got before we get out of here?
If you're a professionally trained chef, who knew? You know,
who fucking knew?
Yeah.
Drink fryer oil.
Go
drink
with a
fryer
fast
oil.
food place, and you can get paid a lot of money to fuck off for 2 years.
Take a shot of fryer oil.
Yeah, and chug oil.
Because
actually, I want to change my Matt. Run it back. If your friend doesn't have his license and you don't have a registration, don't let your boy drive his wheel. You know what I mean? Listen and learn, motherfuckers.
To pick up illegal drugs.
If Matt Lavelle asked you for your keys between 2008 and 2017 and a half, don't give him.
Nope.
I wouldn't.
He's going to get your car back.
I wouldn't give me your keys now.
I never
Say
did.
less. I'll give you my keys right now, man.
I'm like, bro, I'll pick you up.
I love you.
Get my keys, but I'll come pick you up.
Yeah. Well, speaking of picking me up, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by Strong Stem Steve Cabot, Lasmeeshma, Liam Reese, and the bad boy Bern Podcasy, Bern Podcasy. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You also on Instagram, Working Perspectives Podcast. You can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And please like, subscribe, so we keep bringing you this sweet, sweet content. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. Thanks. See you. All right, we're out. Did you guys watch
real
it?
quick?
Yeah. Did you watch
Real
SNL?
quick. But real quick, that story about with him on there. I'll send it to all you guys. You got to listen to one of the best interviews, I think, because like the Kelsey thing and everything else, and his insight on the NFL. He talks about how fucked up defensive linemen are, and he was saying how like it's interior. He's like, I play with DeMarcus Ware. He's like, DeMarcus Ware used to show up in a suit with a briefcase, just like
the biggest weirdo ever.
He's like, just like Peyton Manning. He's like, they were the most professional people I've ever met. He said, the biggest psycho that people don't realize. He said, you want to know who it is? Aaron Donald. He goes, this guy. He said, this guy is the wildest man I've ever met. And I'm not joking when I say this. Tries to kill people on the field.
Oh, I fucking bet.
And Rogan's a retard. He doesn't like listen.
And
he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything.
He's pretty good.
So
yeah,
Rogan knows,
he's naturally that big.
Oh yeah. Get out of my face. So he goes, he's like, Rogan doesn't know anything about it. He's like, you know Aaron Donald? He's like, I think. He goes, no. He's gonna go down as the greatest defensive end that ever lived. He literally tries to kill people or defensive tackle.
Dude, look at Ndamukong Suh.
Stepped on a dude's neck and head.
Suh would kill everybody.
He brought up. I said this to Liam. He brought up
Aaron Donald can hurt your feelings without stepping on your neck and getting suspended for 4 games.
He brought up John Randall as his example. He said, John Randall grew up living on a dirt floor. He literally slept. He said, literally grew up living on a dirt floor. This guy, so this is the only thing that I'm gonna. He goes, so I didn't know my father. My mom doesn't know my father. My mom was an absolute blacked out drunk in a blacked out thing. She had sex, had me, has no idea what dude she banged because she banged every dude. She was a fucking absolute loose
like
cannon.
A good time.
I know, right? He goes, but until you find out how big her son became, right? So he's like, I had nothing. He goes, for me, he's like, for me, I'm a.
It might have been the guy who was 6'6", 275.
Funny you say that, Bern. So he goes. I had no idea, right? So I did my 23andMe. Before he could say anything, Rogan right away goes, no, you're a fucking Viking. He goes, it came back 98% Scandinavian.
Yeah.
And he was like, no shit, right? So he has a Super Bowl ring on. He gives it, it's on his ring finger. Yeah. Gives it to Rogan because Rogan's like, that's the biggest ring I've ever seen. Let me see it. Gives him the ring. Rogan purposely goes, and he's on HGH and TRT.
Right.
He goes, look at this. The ring, he couldn't even touch, his thumb didn't touch any sides of the ring. It's on this guy's ring finger. He goes, this is what a modern day Viking looks like. He's like, I can't even, his fucking ring finger, Super Bowl ring, doesn't even touch my thumb. That's how fucking enormous the ring was. And the guy was like, yeah, I'm a size 18. He's like, I don't know what that means, but
I'm a size 14. Fuck.
He's a size
18.
on his
huge.
On his ring finger.
Yeah. Dude, fucking nuts. That's nuts.
Welcome to Scandinavia.
Damn.
Jeez.
All right. Yo, okay, guys, we went really long on this, so let's cut it, all right?
What are you talking about? It's only 10
Alrighty.
o'clock. You've been here way